Days of Our Lives spoilers. Theresa swaps Sloan in as Tate's lawyer. Fierce legal strategy pushes Justin out. Days of Our Lives recap. Wednesday, February 28. Nichols' secrets from Holly. Sarah's house call. Tate's salon transfer. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal that Theresa Donovan and Brady Black will plan to do whatever they can to help Tate Black get off the hook. Tate isn't responsible for giving Holly Jonas the medicines that put her in a coma, but he's been stuck facing the consequences anyway. Since Tate feels like his parents haven't been doing enough to fight for his freedom, Days spoilers say Brady and Theresa will try to amend it during the week of March 4 to 8. Still, it looks like Theresa and Brady will have veritably different approaches to working Tate's problem. Days spoilers say Brady will turn to Nicole DiMera for backing, since he'll want a chance to talk to Holly as part of his own tactic. But Nicole may shut him out and contend that Holly needs her rest. It won't be surprising if Brady strikes out, since Nicole is concentrating on Holly's recovery right now. Days of Our Lives suckers know Holly is dealing with some memory problems after her coma awakening, so she might not be important help anyway. Indeed, if Brady could speak with her and try to get her to flash back that Tate's innocent. As for Theresa, she'll decide Tate could use a fierce new legal strategy, so she'll supposedly give Justin Kyriakis the charge, and Tate will be completely on board with that plan. Justin is a good counsel, but he's not a wolf like Sloan Peterson. Brady, that's why Theresa will change in Sloan and let her work her magic rather. Days spoilers say Sloan will indeed have some big ideas on how to defend Tate and make his legal dilemma go down. Knowing Sloan as well as we do, those ideas could involve playing dirty. This could lead to some conflict, especially if Theresa cuts Justin loose without Brady's knowledge. That news could beget a reversal in all the relating Brady and Theresa have been doing recently. Nonetheless, Theresa will want to support Tate and will maybe feel this will prove she's married to getting him out of trouble by any means necessary. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Sloan will come out swinging once she's officially hired, so stay tuned for updates on whether she can help Tate. Days of Our Lives recap. Wednesday, February 28. Nichols' secrets from Holly. Sarah's house call. Tate's salon transfer. Days of Our Lives spoilers recap for Wednesday, February 28. Reveals that E.J. DiMera and Nicole DiMera heard Holly Jonas coughing on the examiner before she called for her mama. Once Nicole and E.J. rushed out of bed, they joined a confused and swimmy Holly in her room. Holly asked what time it was and kept wondering if the party was over, so she was still enough out of it and had no idea so important time had passed. Nicole was careful not to warn Holly to the fact that it was nearly March, as she explained that she'd been in the sanitarium. Although Nichols said Holly was home now and comforted her, Holly still sounded bewildered and plotted to get further than a many words out. In the city forecourt on Wednesday's day's occasion, Chad DiMera picked up some treats from Sweet Bits and banged into Sarah Horton that led to some talk about Johnny DiMera and Channel DiMera's marriage over, as well as EJ's turndown to believe Xander Cook had been framed. Once EJ called out Holly waking up, Sarah said she'd be right over. Although Sarah couldn't break Croker case confidentiality, she felt certain that Chad would get a call from his family soon. After Sarah left on Wednesday's DOL show, Chad ran into Stephanie Johnson and said he was sorry since he heard about Everett Lynch, Eka Bobby Stein. Stephanie considered the possibility that she fell for a pathological fabricator and accepted Chad's assignation to accompany her to the Horton house to get her mind off effects. Chad had to take some snaps for the insurance adjusters, so he showed Stephanie the damage and filled her in on the Horton beautifiers surviving the fire. Stephanie was also pleased to see that Tom Horton and Alice Horton's president made it through the fire without so important as a mark. EJ ultimately called Chad to tell him about Holly waking up, so Chad was happy to hear it. There was no progress in the disquisition into the fire and the phone call Chad entered that night, but EJ tried to stay auspicious. Stephanie was glad to hear about Holly as well and questioned Chad about the phone call, so he told her about the malformed voice and the portentous communication that he assumed came from Clyde Weston back at the DiMera manse. Sarah did a brief examination of Holly, who was still disoriented and kept falling asleep. Still, Sarah was pleased with the test results and allowed it amazing that Holly indeed opened her eyes. After Sarah expressed stopgap for Holly's full recovery, she gave Nickel some instructions on how to watch for her son and wanted to do further tests at the sanitarium once Holly had a chance to get shaped. There was some pressure between Sarah and EJ due to the whole Xander situation, so EJ made himself scarce. Nickel was sorry, but Sarah acted like it was fine since minding for Holly was her precedence. That said, Sarah wasn't sure how to attune the loving stepfather interpretation of EJ with the bone who refused to consider that Xander had been set up. Nickel claimed the verity would come out, so Sarah said it had better since she knew deep in her soul that Xander was innocent. In the Demeth on Wednesday's day's occasion, Alex Kyriakis was detracted as he literally ran into Kristen DeMera, so that led to a discussion about what was on his mind. Kristen allowed Alex was a case of elaboration in rear when she set up out Alex bought Theresa Donovan a ring, let her get agitated over it, and also didn't propose. Alex defended his decision to back out of popping the question due to the meeting he attended for Mates of Addicts. Not to mention Tate Black complicated effects for him as well. Kristen wasn't surprised Theresa moved out after Alex broke her heart. Since Theresa moved in with Brady Black, Kristen fumed and rode with Alex over whether she could get her partner back. Kristen ultimately decided to make up a reason to visit the townhouse and suggested about Theresa demanding to pay a visit. There too, coming on Wednesday's day's occasion, Brady and Theresa bothered about Tate's recent outburst. Although Brady tried to tell himself that all teenage boys abominated their parents at some point, Theresa didn't suppose Tate should take his issues out on them. When Tate called, Theresa put him on speakerphone and wondered if he was going to apologize. Tate had updates rather since a spot opened up at a halfway house in Salem. Theresa and Brady were eager to have Tate closer to home, but Tate acted like that was a negative thing for him and remained on the hedge about indeed taking the spot. Kristen showed up under the guise of giving Brady the Valentine's Day card that Rachel Black taped back together. Although Kristen suggested visiting Rachel as a platoon and proving they could work out their issues, Brady argued that they couldn't work out their issues at all and wanted Kristen to leave. When Alex arrived, Brady sarcastically claimed that now it was a party. Alex wanted to have an honest discussion with Theresa, but she shut him down and ultimately took Tate's follow-up call. Since Tate had decided to take the spot in the Salem halfway house, Brady and Theresa hugged over the transfer news. Kristen and Alex were stuck looking jealous near. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Theresa and Brady will keep hoping to fix effects with their son, so stay tuned to see if Tate will cooperate. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.